Homemaking for me has been thus far one big learning curve. I was completely unprepared for how much work it really is to do this job well. And I want to take you along as I do some homemaking today and chat about how I'm keeping my priorities straight in this current season of a toddler and a newborn. So before I get into that particular topic, I will share with you what I'm doing. So we had our baby right around like the Christmas season time, and so I am finishing up some consumable Christmas gifts after the fact. Everybody's been given their gifts at this point, which is great, but we did some consumables. I am wanting to do that every year in some shape or form. It's just fun and you can make them pretty. So up first are these brown sugar roasted almonds. I just found an image on Pinterest. It wasn't even like a link to somebody's blog or anything. It was just an image with the recipe on it. And actually, I should insert that in the video. I will, so you can see it. So I just followed that, and I actually forgot to whisk the egg whites first. I realized it said that after I already put them in. So I just kind of whisked them within the almonds. It said to do it until it got frothy. I saw some bubbles and I figured it would be fine. I wasn't going to start the whole process over. So we're starting with that. And then one thing that I did not show you, but I was working on in a previous video, was the candy cane vases with the roses. So I did finish those as well. So I will insert a picture later on in the video so you can see how those turned out. And then we also did gingerbread cookies, but I had already finished those at the time of recording this video. So didn't show that, but you all know what a gingerbread cookie looks like, I'm sure. So I'll take you along for the other stuff. So right now, my main priorities are nursing the baby, keeping the toddler loved and cared for as he is adjusting to, not being the only child anymore, and nourishing everybody, including myself, and quite frankly, sometimes first and foremost myself, so that I can then nourish the others. Because if I don't have any energy, then I can't really do much of anything at all. And even when you're postpartum, you don't have energy, like you don't have a ton of energy anyway. So that's basically what I am focusing on right now. And I took a different approach to meal planning. We've made it through all of the meals that we were given, all of the frozen meals. So I am back to cooking. And I took a different approach. I picked 5 recipes that I wanted to make, and I did not plan them for any specific day, just kind of left it completely flexible, but just purchased the ingredients that were needed for those recipes. Some of the stuff we already had on hand, some stuff I had to buy, but I tried to find recipes that used items that I frequently keep, on hand or frequently buy, like weekly. And I'm just going to do it that way for a while, because usually always something comes up. Like this week we have dinner at my parents', so that's a night that I won't have to cook. And so 5 meals is pretty good because it's not a full week, but it also allows for, like I said, other things to come up or leftovers too on a given night. And then we always have things like summer sausage or cheese. Like we have stuff like that always on hand. And so if all else fails, we can do scrambled eggs. We can do kind of like what we called in my family growing up, like a pick and eat, where you have like a protein, like summer sausage, something cold, and then fruit on the side, maybe a veggie, crackers, that kind of thing. So it's helpful to keep that stuff on hand just for the times when maybe the recipe didn't yield as much as you thought it would and you don't have the leftovers, because I rely on leftovers a lot. So that's the approach that I'm taking right now, and I don't know, I will update you to see if, you know, that keeps working long term. I'm planning to do it that way at least for these first few months as I'm kind of figuring things out more. Another thing I am doing in order to keep these priorities in their proper place is I am starting to not make dinner at dinner time. This is something that I've heard homemakers and stay-at-home moms recommend, but I had never done it, and so now I'm really trying to implement that. So this meal I was making in the afternoon after quiet time / nap time, but ideally I would like to be making dinner in the morning. So this recipe was one that I found on Pinterest. I just was looking up random dinner recipes. I needed some inspiration, and it was a sour cream ground beef casserole. It was kind of an interesting combination. I don't know, it reminded me of a casserole that my mom makes, but then not quite. So I don't know, you cook the noodles and then you add sour cream and cottage cheese, like a mixture with the noodles, and then the beef is part of an onion, some salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, tomato sauce, and then you kind of layer it, and then you top it all with cheddar cheese. So it was yummy. I don't know, I think there's some things that I might tweak in it, but the biggest thing is that I want to get dinner going in the morning. So the trick with that is that you kind of have to figure out what you can do in the morning. So for a casserole, that's easy. You can pretty much make the whole meal and assemble it and then just stick it in the fridge, bake it before dinner. With other meals, it's a little trickier to kind of figure out what you can actually do ahead of time. Obviously, you can always chop veggies. You can, if there's a bread component, you could do that part, but that's kind of what I'm figuring out. But the biggest thing is just doing it not at dinner time, because that's when everybody always needs me. The baby always wants to nurse. The toddler's getting hungry, I'm getting hungry, I don't have as much energy, and it's just not super wise to try and, you know, make a wonderful from scratch meal from start to finish at that time. So here you can see the in process of layering it, which did not honestly look all that appetizing to me until I got to the top and kind of mixed it together. Some of the red sauce came through. Then it started looking more like, you know, an edible casserole dish. So lastly, I topped it with cheddar cheese. I've been buying a large bulk of it from Azure Standard, the raw cheddar, and I just cut it up into pieces and store it in the fridge, and it's so nice. It's a lot cheaper that way than buying the blocks of cheese, because that is my preference, though I do buy pre-shredded cheese at times as well, and we eat it, and it's, you know, it is what it is. But I would prefer to shred my own cheese pretty much all the time, just for the health benefits, and also I love getting the raw. So yeah, if you haven't tried Azure Standard, I would definitely recommend it. I really enjoy it. And this cheddar cheese is so good. There's just something so crisp and fresh about it. It just tastes so delicious. This clip is honestly totally random and unrelated to the rest of the video, but I had it saved, so I thought I would share it in this video. But I ordered from Farmhouse Teas for the first time, and they sent me all these things, which I'm guessing it's because it's the first time I've ordered, but I was really impressed. So 2 samples, some flowers to plant, 2 recipes, and a chapstick, plus the tea that I ordered. So I thought I'd share that with you guys, and I will link them down below. I'm definitely going to order from them again. I was just really impressed with that, so thought I would just share about that.